My name is Samiksha Wattamwar. I am from E&TC. Today, for data analytics lab oral examination, here is my first question, which is designing a bar plot of fuel type in Toyota CSV file using Python. For that, let's jump on the Jupyter notebook. Here, here is my Python code for a bar plot of fuel type. These three are Python library which I imported. Pandas as PD for execution of program and reshaping of the program. NumPy as NP for designing of array, and matplotlib for plotting the graph. This first statement read CSV will read the Toyota CSV file from my laptop. These are counts that how many petrol, diesel and CNG fuel type vehicles are present. And index will arrange these two uh, elements in the graph. This first statement is for exact what our plot will look like. So this index index and count will be there, and with color of red, blue and orange. You can also change these colors. Next, x label will be x axis label will be fuel type, and for y label which is frequency type. So y axis label will be frequency type, and these will exactly run the program. These will design a program. Now let's run this, and you can see their petrol, diesel and CNG vehicles graph is present. Hope you are understanding. Let's take a look to my next question. My next question is ex- explain box plot method. So what is the box plot method? It is the method to which we use to design a data in specific manner. These have many points such as maximum, minimum, first quadrant, third quadrant, second quadrant and median. But how this plot look? Let's take a look at this. So this is the diagram which looks like a box plot diagram. But how we can design with the given set of data? Let's take an example and understand this. So this is the list of data, and we have to design these elements in box plot method. So the first step is order all these elements in ascending order. Here I order all these elements in ascending order. Second step, find the middle element of these. As there are 10 elements, there will be two middle elements, which is 20 and 25. Easily find their average, and these will the middle element, which is known as Q2 or median. Now let's find Q1 and Q3. For Q1, let's take a first half and find middle of this. So this is the first half, and 18 is the middle of this. So Q1 will be 18, and for Q2 almost same procedure. Just take a second half and find the middle of them. So this is the second half, and middle of there will be 25, which is Q3. Now let's find IQR. I already told you that IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So in this case our Q3 is 25 and Q2 is 18. So 23 minus 18 will be 7. So our IQR will be 7. Now find the last point, which is outliner. But there was two outliner, one at left hand side and other at right hand side. So right hand side outliner known as a higher outliner, and left hand side known as a lower outliner. So there is a formula for finding both these outliners. For find formula of higher outliner is Q3 minus 1.5 into IQR. We know that Q3 is 25 and IQR we just find out which is 7. By calculating all of these, we get 35.5. But this is not the higher outliner. For finding the higher outliner, all elements in given list which is greater than 35.5 is the higher outliner. So in given list only one element is greater than 35.5, which is 64. So higher outliner will be 64. For lower outliner, almost same formula, just replace Q3 by Q1 and all remains same. So by this formula we get 7.5, and this is also not lower outliner. All elements present in list which is less than 7.5 will be lower outliner, but the minimum element in our list is 17, so there will be no lower outliner. Our box plot will be designed using all that methods. So we will calculate our all values, which is outliners, mean value, IQR, median, Q1, Q2, Q3, and max value. Let's put that in all that value. 17 is the minimum value in our list of data. So mean value will be 17. And our maximum value in our set of data was 64, but as we calculated, the 64 is the higher outliner, so less than 64 and highest in list is the 33, so max value will be 33. It will not 64, and 64 will be our higher outliner. Then we calculated 18 as Q1, 21 as Q2, and 25 as Q3. We also calculated IQR, but there is no need to write here IQR. If you want, you can, but there is no need. So here is my second question completed. Let's go on third question. Third question is also creating a program in Python, which is using NumPy array, perform average, mean, and median. For this program, let's go to the Jupyter Notebook. Here in Jupyter Notebook, I already written the program, which is this. So let's explain this. For this program, I imported only one library. As previous program, there were 3 libraries, but in this we only need one library, which is NumPy, and this is already explained in our already asked in our question. So I imported NumPy as NP. For importing a library of NumPy, there is a common, you can use any other name else NP, but it is important, it is the most common word, and it is helpful, and it is be easy to use NP. Then I have implemented one array. You can change the values in array, or you can just change it, or you can just delete any value, or you can add also. There is no problem. And here I printed array to just take a look is it correct or not. So just run it. We can see our array is printed, which is 1 2 4 6 7 6 5 8 9, which is exactly same as we printed here. So our first block is correct. Now let's calculate the average. As we know, the basic formula of average is the sum of all elements divided by number of elements present in the list. So I define a function called average in the array. Then I return. In return, I just calculated the array and storing the average, storing that average again in the average using the function. Here is the average function. I am using function here, and there printing the average of list and round. What is this round? So average will be integer. It will be integer or not. So when it will be floating point number, I rounded it only 2 digits after a decimal. So it will be not lengthy and easy to assign. So now let's run it and see what is the average of our list or array. So average of our list is 5.5. Let's go towards the mean. In mean, I directly use the keyword or inbuilt function, which is mean in small letters. I just printed mean of array and NP, which is our array declared as NP, library, which I declare as NP, and mean of array, which is ARR. Now just run it, and mean of array is 5.5. In median also, I used a direct inbuilt function, which is median ARR, which is the array given we created, and NP as NumPy. So now run this again, and median of array is 6. as we look, I explained the whole program and hope you understand. It is not very hard. It is just simplest one. Hope you understood it. Here I have completed my third question. So let's look at our fourth question, which is the last one. Fourth question was topic of your choice, means topic of my choice, and I chosen topic is mean, median, and mode, which is mode. What is the mean, median, or mode? So first look at the mean. What is the mean? Mean is nothing but the average. It is the only average of a set of elements, which is denoted by mu. The symbol of which is this, and we know the formula of average, the sum of element divided by number of observation. Let's look at an example how to find mean. So here is the 5 numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the sum of all these elements are 15, which is 4 plus 5 9 plus 1 10, and 3 plus 5 5 15, and divided by 5. There are 5 numbers, so divided by 5 numbers, which is 15 by 5 is 3. So mean of these 5 elements is 3. That's it. Median. What is the median? Median is the midpoint of any list. If list has 9 elements, then 5 will be their median. But how is median calculated? When it has even number. There is a formula for both even and odd number. So for even number, formula is n by 2 plus n by 2 plus 1. So, but what is n? N is the number of elements in given list or given set of data. Let's look at one example of even number of median. So here are 6 number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. To calculate this, n by 2, 6 by 2 is 3, and plus 1 is 4. So 3 plus 4 again divided by 2, which is 3.5. So median, median of even number of these numbers is 3.5. And for odd number, it is the most simplest formula, which is n by 2. Let's look at example. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are 5 numbers, and median of these will be simply 3, which is n by 2. Now let's do mode. What is the mode? The digit or number which is occurs mostly in same list, it is known as mode. Let's look an example. Here in this list, 1 occurs 1 time, 3 occurs 2 times, 5 occurs 1 time, 2 occurs 1 time, 8 and 4 and 6 also occurs 1 time. So there is only number 3 which occurs 3 times, so their mode will be 3. Now let's take example number 2. Here 1 occurs 3 times, 3 occurs 3 times, and 5 occurs 1 time. So both 1 and 3 occurs 3 times. Then what is the mode? Here mode will be both 1 and 3. If 5 also occurs 5 times, then mode will be 1, 3 and 5. So there is no restriction. There will be one mode. As we see there is only one mean on one median. In mode, nothing that applied. There will be any number of modes, but less than n, which is less than n, and or there will be nothing like a mode. In this example, no single element is repeated, so there will be no mode. So mode is the simplest and it has no restriction. So here I have completed my fourth question, which is last one. I hope you guys understand everything. Thank you for listening me.